As Kenyans anxiously await to hear from President Uhuru Kenyatta on the way out of the coronavirus restrictions, it turns out a number of Kenyans feel that the travel restrictions and the nighttime curfew should remain in place. This is according to a recent study by research firm Trends and Insights Africa, TIFA. At the same time, health experts have called for a cautious and partial reopening should the president choose to ease the restrictions, as Zainab Ismail reports.
With 24 hours to President Uhuru Kenyatta's address to the nation, a report released by research firm TIFA indicates that a whopping 86% of Kenyans would want the current travel restrictions to remain in place, and 79% are in support of the dusk to dawn curfew, but with less hours.
It is not the best time to reopen. We know the best time to reopen is when the cases are going down, and we are seeing in our case that the number of people infected with COVID is going up. That said, we could consider easing some of the restrictions, and I say this especially with the Nairobi and Mombasa in mind. So most of the other measures need to be kept.
However, 74% of the respondents indicated that the curfew has had a negative impact on their daily earnings, with 61% saying there is a high likelihood that crime will increase as restrictions continue. During a meeting with county governors a month ago, President Kenyatta said his decision will be informed by the level of preparedness in the devolved units. But there is concern on whether all the counties have attained the 300 isolation bed capacity. We understand that only 23 counties have met that target.
Yes, indeed, they don't have, as at this moment, the collected figure of total bed capacity available for COVID patients. In the last summit, the report that most counties were ready. So presume that most counties actually have this bed capacity of 300. And some have even surpassed that number.
And what will determine the impact is really how prepared we are. I know there has been a talk about the counties getting ready, getting the right number of staff, the right number of beds and facilities and supplies. This is the time that will be tested.
So far, 41 counties out of the 47 have reported cases of the virus, with Nairobi leading with the highest number with 3,725 cases, followed by Mombasa, Busia, Kajiado and Kiambu. The current restrictions due for review tomorrow include a ban on social gatherings, cessation of movements in and out of Nairobi and Mombasa, the 9 to 5 a.m. curfew, closure of schools, and the ban on international travel. The president remains guided by recommendations from a number of quarters led by the National Emergency Response Committee on the pandemic. Zainab Ismail, NTV.